Hello, we're coming to you live from KubeCon Europe in Amsterdam. It's been an action-packed week this week. This show has rapidly become a tentpole moment for the open source community. I got time with Jim Zemelin and Jonathan Bryce. Jim's the CEO of the Linux Foundation. Jonathan Bryce is the executive director of the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, CNCF. Really the umbrella project for this show. Some key stats there. There's 13,500 people here at this show from across the globe. So this isn't just Europe. There's a huge contributor base. 38% of those contributors to Kubernetes come from Europe. So this is really a huge show. What are the key takeaways? I've spent time with a lot of the vendors, spent time with AWS, Jesse Butler, Reese Oxenham, who was leading AI, and Peter Smales, who leads Rancher from the SUSE team. I've spent time with Kevin Cochran from Volta, spent time with a whole bunch, the JFrog team, that really some of the key takeaways. Obviously, NVIDIA's made an announcement of one of the drivers. I think that's foundational for AI and adoption of AI from a Kubernetes point of view. I spent some time with the V-cluster guys. There's obviously a huge trend and a lot of supporters in this community. Stu Miniman from Red Hat and I spent some time together talking about how the client base is pivoting from virtual machines to Kubernetes. But I also spent some time with the Broadcom team about what they're seeing around people run Kubernetes on top of virtual machines. So there's a real debate there around what's happening in the virtualization community and how that's sort of working through with regard to Kubernetes. But really, what's some of the big takeaways? I've been coming to this show. The first big Linux event I went to was in 2015. But I've been coming to this show repeatedly in North America and Europe over the last 4 or 5 years. And what the trend I see is we're moving through into governance. We're moving through into platform engineering. We're moving forward into Kubernetes being a platform that you can run mission critical apps on. So when you do that and then you combine the sheer explosion of those apps that's coming from AI, you see that Kubernetes is going to become more crucial. I think if you're deploying an AI app that's bare metal and that's not in Kubernetes, there's probably an enterprise architecture conversation that you need to be having with yourself. For me, you shouldn't be deploying an AI app that isn't in a container. And that's being able to govern, orchestrate, administer, deploy, scale, crucially manage the cost of that application. I spent time with the KubeCon team, part of the FinOps portfolio for IBM that they acquired recently, about 18 months ago. Starting to see that integration around how you not only scale and control, but also manage those Kubernetes applications. So I think for me, some of the big takeaways, we're starting to see that, as I say, that pivot into a mission critical orchestration platform, but also providing that infrastructure layer for AI applications as they scale and come on board at production scale. So packed week, lots of research notes from our team. I've also recorded a number of videos with some of the vendors, so check those out, particularly the one I recorded with Kevin Cochran from Volta and Jesse Butler from AWS. Fantastic sessions both, really talking about some of the collaborations and some of the moves that was going on in the industry. So like, subscribe, share this with a friend, and check out the Hyperframe podcast for more content. And we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.